Not the combo, right? If they can get to that point, sure.
Yeah.
But I like Alliance's chances. They have Nyx versus Invoker. Like that is, it's never easy. The game is always going to be difficult for the Invoker.
Yes.
Your int gain, like you have the highest, if not the, I think it's the second highest int gain. I think Pugna's like 4.8 or 5. Invoker has 4.6. Just Nyx mana burning you in the mid game and stuff like that. It's devastating. We'll see what Miracle can do. He's going to go, it looks like Quas Wex, at least to start it off here.
Yeah.
So it looks like he wants to be a little bit more active. I think that actually fits because looking at their actual overall control in the games, like Oracle and Tusk is kind of weak overall. As ILTW, he's dead.
He's very, 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 very dead.
He went up the hill.
On his own.
He did.
I clearly just didn't expect at all Alliance to be there, but they were. A whole team of them. First blood for Alliance, very easily for him.
All right, FNG, maybe they'll get one back. And they give it to Miracle, so he's got a little bit extra to start with. Get some extra tangos. Not the first blood, but some extra gold at the least.
Yeah. No, I mean, as you said, the Nyx Assassin is going to be an issue for Miracle, and they've got a lot of heroes that are going to get in the face of Miracle, right? This PA Storm down the lines. They are heroes that are going to be able to, that all 3 cores are going to be able to jump on top of Miracle. So it's not going to be an easy game for his Invoker, and a lot of pressure really on the saves. And of course, both supports that he does have behind in this game, Tusk and Oracle, can offer that sort of protection, which he is definitely going to need when Alliance come hunting for him in the mid game.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, though, I'm looking at this Void, and I'm looking at the Invoker, and we're seeing the specialty, the amazingness. Where else is the damage coming from in that chrono? If there's no Invoker there, there is Miracle, like no damage. It has to be Miracle to do it. So if he does get taken out at the start of the fights, it could go pretty one-sided. Alliance could just dominate it. So we'll see how it all ends up after these lanes and see how this Timbersaw is able to do. This game, it feels like S4 is going to have a pretty freebie.
As TP over from GH nice and early, they're looking to try and do something about Limp, but they're not going to be able to do so. It was an aggressive TP there. GH just TPing out straight away, level 1, of course, nothing else to offer to catch Limp. So Limp's able to walk away.
It's very early. Like, he's done this, I've seen so many times now, just TPing to help out Miracle. Usually it's around like the level 2, and 2 of the times was an IO, but that's, I mean, it's less than, like, it's not even a minute and a half in, and he tries to help out mid. Okay.
He's going to make his way back up to top. Try and help put some pressure onto Nico Baby safely.
He's got to stay up here. That's the thing about GH. Like, he moved mid. Now his TP won't be available for the next type of move. And he does have to help mind control. Like, this PA, as well as this Snapfire, the Orb of Venom, and then the Blightstone on the other hand. You know, Centaur not really... He's tanky in HP, but his armor is a bit low. Even with the Ring of Protection, he's at this 4. So one of the lower. So they do need GH up there.
And then down on the bottom lane, RTW, S4. We seeing any of these cores going to have a tough time down here?
I don't think the cores are at all. I think maybe Kuroki could have some problems if he steps up too far. S4 though, I think this is very free for Timber. Like last time he was very zoned. He was versus IO Gyro, heavy damage. There's not a lot of damage coming between these two. Kuro, Hunskin just gets him by himself.
He's able to just walk him down a second round of the Impale and he's gone.
And they did get the side pull off. I think they denied 2 of the creeps or so, maybe 1.5. As LTW will be able to get that range creep. So LTW should be able to get his farm down here, as long as he does have the Oracle behind him for the most part. Because there is some harassment that this Timbersaw and Nyx lane can actually do to avoid too, since he does have the Orb of Venom on the Timber.
See top, GH and mind control. They're running down FNG. They're gonna have him here, FNG. Oh, the salve! A little bit of an attempt to stay alive, but salve will be put to waste as they trap him in the shards.
And PA is still free farming. Nico Baby has the entire creep wave under the tower. Not gonna miss a single one, it looks like. So it did pull them all the way out of the lane to be able to go for that kill. And GH again, he's swinging toward mid. At least this looks like to grab a bounty rune this time, but he could look to make moves. He could still be looking to make those pressure plays onto the Storm, since it is the Invoker Quas Wex, Storm not still 6. They could look to get a kill and enable Miracle and give him an urn charge. That would actually be pretty nice if they can for him.
Absolutely, yeah. If they can set up, we'll see how quick Alliance will be on TPs if Nigma do try and make a play onto Limp.
Watch FNG, what people... this is a note for the 5 positions, guys. Look at him walking to his lane. Saving his TP in case anything happens, very important, because there's nothing that... He doesn't need to be back top. Nico Baby's not getting pressured, so saving TP, very important as your 5 positions.
The bottom lane, Kuro.
Kuro.
The stick charges, and it will be fine here this time round, but still Having to play very careful on this aura colors. So Alliance keep running him out of the lane.
He is securing. You know, LTW is still getting all that secured farm at the very least. So even though Kuro is getting hunted, it's going well for the Void.
And CS across the map. I mean, everyone's doing all right. I mean, a little bit of a lead here in the mid. Well, even though he's up on the CS, but Miracle's actually got more denies. So all in all, rather close on the mid lane as well.
Yeah. My control having to jungle, though, is definitely a concern. They've completely ditched the top lane. He actually steals the small camp from his Invoker. Invoker doesn't farm it anyway. He's not like a Storm or a Kunkka or anything like that, so it's not too bad taking it away, but is moved out of the lane for the time being with GH leaving that. So Nico Baby is going to have absolute free farm compared to the Void, who is getting pressured a tiny bit.
That's right.
Definitely have to feel good if you're Alliance.
Oh, for sure. That's just going to give Nico Baby a good path to first quick major item mid lane. Burning the mana of Limp.
And what's FNG up to? Looks like he's just starting to get some wards down, at least a sentry. Just checking if there was one in the area here. Doesn't actually put down his ward. He's just gonna get a lane ward. I thought he was gonna scout the triangle area to watch in case the Centaur does go back there, but nope, just gonna get a lane one in my control. He'll cut the wave to secure his Vanguard. He doesn't want to die in the lane from the little Shredder and that annoying minus armor coming in from the Orb of Corrosion, but he might actually get caught here.
I mean, they're
Vanguard.
They're going to try and punish him.
That'd be a big kill.
He's going for the TP out. Oh, no!
No.
Cookie straight over him.
He could have cookied Nico maybe too if they'd done it. If they'd been just a little. It was quick though.
Sure, they only just got vision, so it's very much a case of he may just be about to finish the TP. So FNG, he just goes for it, hoping that maybe the radius would catch him, but ends up just leaping right over him.
And now he's got Vanguard, so now he can actually return to the lane a lot safer. Not going to be at risk of dying from the crazy chase from PA and Snapfire. Snapfire is making the move. S4 getting close to level 6 down bottom already. ILTW only level 5. There's going to be a tough tower for Nigma to hold on to. They do not have wave clear on anybody in the draft, actually. LTW.
I've got the opener. He's dead. Very nicely done there from the Shadows coming in Alliance.
And this tower's dead just from that. They have no way to be able to... They can't fight down here, and they can't deep push. They don't have like Grimstroke or anything.
He's going for Miracle. Miracle's got backup. GH coming in as well as Kuro. Got the shards out.
Still has mana.
He's got enough to jump over these shards if he needs to. In fact, he's happy to turn and punch back into GH.
He used the static, and I was like, oh god, he actually used the remnant. He can't zip now, but can't actually chase him. He will get the catapult killed, though. He walks up to the high ground, so no pressure from Nigma onto the mid tower. ILTW actually returned?
Back. He did come back down here. Oh, he's going to be fine.
I think he's very lucky to live.
This is not a place for him to be anymore.
This is going to be problematic for the early game of Nigma. Like, I don't know how they actually stop the pushes when the Timbersaw just starts cruising through with level 4 reactive armor. They're gonna have to bring the fight. They're gonna have to bring quite a lot of heroes to actually just stop that, because they don't have wave clear. They have to actually just fight to stop those tower pushes.
Let's see what Nigma can catch down here.
They're gonna go for him.
See Hansken, can he give any sort of safety here as they're going fully in onto S4? They'll have the burst. They'll bring down S4. They'll actually get the snowball over towards FNG as well. So Nigma, they make the rotation. They'll get 2 kills for it. Kuro's happy. He's the one to get the last hit on the both of them.
Tag team, always a blessing. Just enough damage to take him out. And now LTW can actually farm the lane a little bit better, as they are able to make that nice aggressive move. Miracle also with this urn, getting a little more active. Going for Limp.
On mid, but Hansken is around.
Hansken
trap him.
Also might be in trouble.
Oh, he's looking pretty dead. As Nigma, and they're getting action going. They're getting these kills. Of course, overall, the Alliance, they do have their 3 cores at the top, and Nico Baby, this PA, has continued to have complete free farm here in the opening 8 minutes. No attention yet to be brought towards this top lane. No, and this Centaur, sure, he's got Vanguard, but still, the armor is something that's going to be one thing that we look at. Sure, he's got the 6, but with the little Shredder plus Medallion, he's going to be at -11 very quickly, plus the Orb of Corrosion, he's even more. So he does have to be quite cautious up here with Stampede on cooldown. We'll see mid. RCW. He's making the hit. At the same time, they're making the moves around mid lane. Mind control will go down top. I'll see if Nigma's able to do something with this around the mid. As RTW is looking for the setup. He has a chrono. Isn't going to really want to use it just for Hansken alone. And actually, Hansken actually juking around the trees as they can't really get a clear angle in onto him. As he's actually going to be able to walk away despite being surrounded pretty much by the 4 members of Nigma.
Oh, that was so nice. S4, he's trying to get an angle to be able to approach back in. He's got the hood, a lot tankier now, and he should be able to stop this tower push. And we'll see what Limp does with his time, as he does see this bounty rune up on the high ground. Doesn't look to want to go into there, as Nigma's starting to chase him.
I mean, this is sort of time spent where Nigma's running around the map. RTW was sort of away from hitting the creeps. GH and Miracle, they will get the setup onto FNG. With the cold snap, he has no escape. So Nigma, I mean, this active group that they've got roaming around the map is getting these pickoffs. It's not slowing down the cause of Alliance.
No, it's not. And, I mean, Timbersaw now has his new home. He's going to take over the mid lane, stop any pushes coming on there. Kuroki, he's getting his levels bottom. And Limp still just continuing to get all this farm. And let's see if he gets the rune.
RTW, he's going to see an opportunity to just jump in, drop the chrono to Limp. They haven't got enough damage. Limp's away. Oh, he's able to get out of there. And now Alliance taking a turn and try and fight back. Snowball will give some safety for RTW. They pop the Stampede as well to get them out. But they're chasing over to Miracle. As they've got the detection, Dust is out. They're in with the dagger. Miracle, he's popping the stick charges. He's trying to run, but he can't get away from this as they'll kill off Miracle. Nico Baby's able to pick up the kill. He's the one to take it.
And you definitely tip him if you're Limp. You know, they've been tipping each other back and forth. The last game, he tornadoed him during the chrono.
Ooh,
he literally stopped so much damage going on to the Storm. Like, if he just does EMP and then tornadoes for last hit, it's a secured kill, but that's a big mistake from Miracle.
Absolutely. If RTW is able to get one more hit in, that's all that was needed. That was a guaranteed kill, but it wasn't the case. And Alliance able to turn it around and end the whole scenario with them being the ones to take down the enemy mid laner.
And Chronosphere has a very long cooldown. It's got 100 seconds left on it. It's going to be tough for them to make moves, but they're going to continue. S4, they're going to poke him. It's starting to hurt.
Let's see if they've got enough damage. Tornado. He's going to be okay. Stick charge and a Timber Chain out. He is away. That's going to continue to be the case for most of this early game, it feels like. This is definitely one of those games that at this point, 11 minutes in, damage to kill the Timber, it's going to be hard to find it. They're going to have to throw every single ability they have in the book on him.
Yeah, they're going to need the Vessel, and Miracle is at least close to that. So that will at least open up the opportunities, because without that, I mean, their damage is really going to be limited quite a lot across the board from Nigma, just with the way that they have set themselves up and the way this early game has gone. Hansken.
Scouting things out.
He sees Miracle.
He's going to set up on this.
Go for him.
Gets the hit, gets the stun. They're in as well. The kiss is coming in from the side. Miracle's dead. Another move where Alliance are able to deal with the Invoker, and Limpy's looking for more. Sets up straight away over towards GH. He's given some respect to this position of Mind Control, but S4 is ready to cut him with the Chakram, slowing down Mind Control. So they can continue to chase onto this. S4. They keep playing around with Mind Control, but Mind Control is very beefy with the Vanguard and the Cloak. So he'll be fine. But
it's all space. Look at the PA. Like, Miko Baby almost is going to have Deso finished up. The Void is starting to really fall behind.
This is going to be hard. I mean, Nico Baby does not rely on any sort of long cooldowns at all to be highly destructive in these fights. As you say,
and
for
it's a
RTW,
good matchup for him.
It's all about the Chronos.
Yep. And it's a good overall matchup for the PA versus a Void. Like, sure, your Maelstrom and stuff will be annoying when those procs will come out because of that True Strike it does give when the procs do happen, but besides that, like, damage is going to be pretty limited for him.
And Miracle's got to be a little more careful. Last 2 times, dying 2 times in a row. He has got backup to keep him safe, but if he ends up being too far forward, as we said off the draft, Alliance have so many ways to jump this Invoker and catch him by surprise.
And it's always going to be hard. Like, playing into Nyx is just always going to make the game naturally more difficult for the Invoker. You're just always going to get caught. You're so fragile if you do get jumped up. He's got Vessel. He needs to get a charge now for them to have any chances for them to kill that Timber if he's not completely alone. Because S4 just keeps tanking up more and more. And because of that, like, PA and Storm just free farming during all this. This feels really good if you're an Alliance fan. As Mind Control, he's got Blink. Okay, let's see what Nigma's able to do with this. Blink, they've got the Spirit Vessel, Chronos back up. This is their time to strike.
There we have it. Some round. RTW is going to be hoping there's no tornadoes coming in on his Chrono this time.
Yeah. Hansken, right now he's scouting the whole area, getting a ward down to protect his Storm, because Limp, he's playing pretty far up in a pretty dangerous position, what normally would be. but because of Hanskin swooping over, getting ward, not as dangerous. And they're actually going to avoid the entire smoke of Nigma
they're not
because of
finding
that.
anything down here.
Good read of the map from Alliance, playing on this whole left side together around that Nyx assassin, which gave him info. And that's going to be pretty much the Orchid down now for Limp. So he's going to be able to pick and choose the targets he goes for. And all of them are quite susceptible to this, except for the Centaur.
I mean, Limp and Nico.
They're actually going to start the Roche.
I mean, why not? They've got the minus armor.
Uh-oh.
I mean, Nigma's not going to expect this at all. This is one of those timings that they're just not going to be ready for. Alliance, you're half HP. And
I want to see FNG doing a little bit more maximizing with this Shredder. He's burning the whole charges rather than staggering that minus armor. So it makes it a little bit slower, but they're still going to get away with it.
It's going to be so quick. They're smoking up again, Nigma, to try and make it over here. See, just try and find out what Alliance is doing.
Oh my god, Nico, baby.
Oh my god. Ooh, if that
was a bash, he's dead.
If that hit and was a bash, he was absolutely dead. Living on the edge there, Nico.
Goodness. That was definitely a little scary there as the Orchid comes
it's
out.
Calculated. He was like, well, if we run the calculations, this will be a miss.
It actually didn't bash like 7 hits in a row. I think even if
FNG
FNG got bashed, it was close. This is a huge spike now for Alliance. They're going to feel really strong in these next few fights. Just have to watch out for that mind control blink dagger. As there's still, like we said, no vessel charges still for Miracle. Hasn't found a kill yet since he's picked it up.
I mean, yeah, they're looking for action, Nigma. Really want it. But Alliance just not being caught out.
No, it's like they don't want to go for S4 until they have that vessel charge either, because they'll just get turned on. All of Alliance is waiting at the wings if they do go on this Timber Saw. FNG ready with kisses. He's going to get a ward down too to get some info.
They're going to try for the jump on S4. But Limp's in with the counter play. Limp straight away over to the back line. Stampy's pop Nigma. They're having to run. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. They're having to get back, but the kisses, they continue to get laid down on the GH. Nico, baby, jumps in, takes down GH. They're going to be able to bring down RTW as well. They're not done yet, Alliance. Limp trying to head up to the high ground. Miracle's away with the Ghost Walk. But you saw it there. As soon as the move was made onto S4, it fell apart so quickly. Limp zips across over to the back lines, and suddenly Nigma, they're having to scatter. They're popping the Stampede. They're having to get out. There's no fight to be had as soon as Alliance knows exactly where they all are.
I mean, they're lucky even too to get out. Just Stampede actually saves like everybody's life. Otherwise, they might lose 3-4 heroes just because of that chase forward. Great bait. Alliance they're reading the map so perfectly this game. Just everyone's sitting behind the timber, knowing that they can't actually kill him. They immediately get the jump and a great ward. FNG wards right before the fight starts. He sees everything. That allows Limp to go for that back line instantly.
I see Nico over there with a
little clenching for a second. And we just keep watching. Look at Void and Invoker's net worth during all this downtime. You know, they're all about fighting, trying to win a fight to get enabled off of it, but it's just not happening. Alliance.
Mid. If he gets anywhere closer to this side of the lane, he would be in a lot of trouble, Miracle, but he won't. He's away at this point where he's close to the Midas recipe gold.
And you can understand why. He goes for Midas, of course. Just he needs Exort. He needs to max Exort this game for them to have damage for Cataclysm, so he's going to need a long time of farm for them to have that. As Alliance, they're going to have a huge window in like the next 10 plus minutes or so.
Ooh.
Miracle. Ooh.
Nose around. That's actually getting the catch onto Kuro. I mean, Kuro, that's an easy kill.
Evaporated.
He's got, I mean, GH, he comes in for a punch.
He's dead too.
That's a bit of a cheeky punch. He's going to die for this one. The kiss is coming in as well. Mind Control's going to look to TP out. If they got the damage to take him out, they don't. So Mind Control will manage to get out of there, but yeah, GH says he wants to take a fight, but he was not ready to take one.
And LTW, he'll TP top, he'll get the deny, but look at Hanskin.
I mean, they're coming
instantly making the move over. They're all rotating over because they know LTW TP'd. He has to book it.
They might catch him behind the tower if he heads straight down the lane.
They see Mind Control instead.
Mind Control's trying to jump onto S4. They're going to get the zip in. RTW's got to get out to the side. Going to turn. Tornadoes down. They've already managed to bring down Kuroki. RTW's just not really seeing an opportunity to get the Chrono out, and he knows that even if he does, is he actually going to have the damage? As they're over to the side, the disarm will push them back. Limp spends some time waiting on the high ground. Nico Baby's still going. Jumps in onto GH. GH goes down. They'll bring down Nico Baby the once. Can they do it again? They have a chrono ready to go, but they're in with the silence. They made the jump onto ILTW. ILTW is going to get taken out before he can get the spell off at all. As ILTW, Miracle, and maybe even Mind Control, they're dying underneath the tier 3s. As Nico Baby's going to be able to get out alive as well. Heads into the trees, TP's out. They're getting these kills up on the high ground. 18 minutes in, underneath tier 3 towers, and Nigma's not able to punish it.
They're just crunching through this game. ILTW, I don't even know how many times he stop cancels his chrono there. Like 10 times trying to find an opportunity.
I mean, it's
but
hard.
Alliance, they're playing it so well. The way that they like danced around it, the way that they were split up perfectly too. And it's just a quick move. They see the Void TP top and the whole entire dynamic, the entire team of Alliance instantly swings over for a battle. They really are understanding how strong they are in the game right now. And Nigma's crumbling quite quickly. This Invoker,
it's hard, yeah.
He still has the Midas queued up. He's probably feeling like he still needs it, but maybe feeling like he just has to rush Ags because he might not have time in the game to just make that Midas and Ags work out.
It's tough. It is very, very hard.
It's very hard.
I mean, yeah, you saw, as you said, no, he has the chrono, but he can't. He knows if he drops that chrono, there's not going to be any damage. Nobody's going to die.
And then there's 2.5 minutes where he doesn't have chrono for Alliance to just crush the next overall time of the game.
He's got to be so careful and so sure that when he does drop it, they get at least 1 kill or something out of it.
Yeah, they really don't have the spells to throw in there until Miracle has more levels. He can Alacrity the Void, he can throw an EMP, but besides that, the rest of the team, it's an Oracle throwing a Purifying Flames in there. That's pretty much it. So it's gonna take time, and Alliance 5K gold lead, pumping out the items.
He's got that Midas.
Sold the Crest too. He's got the Midas on the Invoker.
Needs time
we'll
now.
See.
Get him the tomes as well. All that XP, you've got to get it on Miracle. You've got to get him those levels. Alliance,
still looking for the fight.
They can fight whenever they want. They have
BKB
no reason to
on the
hold
PA.
back.
Full freedom. Mind control.
Oh, and RTW.
Oh, they're just throwing the kisses.
They're in. They're going to be able to get in straight away. RTW needs help, and he needs it now. They will be able to remove the silence. RTW jumps down to the low ground, but Kuro is out. Nico Baby diving in with the BKB. Turning over towards GH and Mike trying to pop the Stampede. GH is going to live here. The dagger, not quite enough damage to him off. Kuro's buying back. He knows he has to keep RTW safe, but they're in with the stun. False Promise comes out in time as Kuro will be able to protect RTW. They're able to turn around, take down Hansken. S4, he's on top of the Void here. RTW jumps off to the side. It's back up to full HP. Start from Miracle, pushing back Nico Baby. They're moving in onto the PA. RTW jumps up to the high ground. They're focusing down on Nico Baby. The chrono's out. They catch Nico Baby. They catch S4 as they bring down the PA. They turn towards the Timber Store. Have they got enough damage for him? S4 getting low. The bashes come in. Miracle picks up the triple kill as Nigma will be able to push back Alliance as a clutch buyback from Kuro allows him to save ILTW and gives him that chance, that opportunity to keep fighting and provide that chrono to guarantee 2 big core kills.
It was so close to. Limp did the long zip to try to get on top of ILTW, but the false promise comes in. ILTW able to reset. Great fight. And that's right after Midas is done. Invoker now has Spirit Vessel charges, now has more levels. And perhaps, that early BKB from Nico Baby, maybe he did pop it a bit preemptively. As toward the later stages with that buyback, he doesn't have it, and they can actually get on top of him.
Just amazing buyback from Kuro. That doesn't come in. ILTW absolutely dying to the burst there from Alliance. Nigma get a chance to fight back solidly as well. Miracle? Back in action though, Limp. He's managed to get the jump over towards Miracle. Stun comes out as well. Nico Baby's in with the dagger. They take out Miracle. They take down GH as well. Now the turnover towards Mind Control. They're able to close the gap with the cookie. Nico Baby's in with the damage. As Alliance, as soon as they get knocked back to the base, they respawn, they get out, and they quickly pick up 3 kills whilst Nigma isn't quite ready for the fight to get brought to them that quickly.
And was that Hansken who first got initiated on, and then he's able to turn it looked like, with his Yules? That was actually pretty sick by the Nyx Assassin. And without Chrono, they're feeling very confident to be able to take those fights not around a tower, where they actually have this good vision advantage. And it's a tier 2 now claimed for Nico Baby. He is just so rich.
Wow, TW. He's away. I'm going for that basher next, making sure that he gets that jump. I mean, on either the Void or the Invoker, as I say, so much pressure this game really on the supports for Nigma. Kuro and GH have to do everything to save the 2 of them. Save RTW, save Miracle.
Alliance, they smoke under vision, so Nigma, they are completely aware of this one at the moment.
30 seconds till Chrono. RTW still leading the charge here.
He has to be careful. He does have Kuro behind. Very far behind. Look at Kuro's positioning. He's in the base because he has to watch out for this Orchid.
LTW.
Ooh.
Stuns off the mark there from Hansken.
Okay, it's kisses.
I mean, they're going to find Kuro. They're in straight away. GH, he's able to come in with a snowball. It's going to give time for Kuro. Kuro's going to live for now. They're heading straight over towards Limp. Kuro protecting himself, backing away. They've got the cold snap, the jump onto S4. They're controlling the Timbersaw, but Nico Baby's able to get in on Kuro. He's been able to crit down the Oracle. The Oracle falls. FNG kicks back, but the Chrono's out. Have they got the damage? The meatball's coming down. They bring down S4. They turn over towards Hanskin. They've taken two, but Nico Baby's cleaning them up one by one. GH tries to come in to keep RTW safe, but as soon as he's back out of the snowball, Limp and Nico Baby just continue to clean up Nigma.
Nico Baby doesn't get caught in the chrono. He cleans up the backline while it's all going on. They get a nice meteor to kill at least the Nyx assassin, but Nico Baby coming in strong to clean up those kills.
Yeah, this PA just shredding them. And we see at the start of it all, it was a little bit awkward. They just get the clean vision, that avenue to get straight in onto Kuroki. GH gives them a little bit of time, but now the fight just suddenly in a much more awkward position. And as you say, Nico Baby just able to masterfully move target to target on the backlines. ILTW looks towards the big ones at the front, looks towards S4, who's already very low to guarantee the kill. This PA getting all the space to head target to target.
Yeah, he does waste his BKB though. We see Nico Baby pops it at the end, so at least that for Nigma, it's going to be a little bit shorter at the least, but either way, this PA now up to level 18, just like you said, jumping from target to target. If they're solo crested, if they're little shreddered, they die in 2 or 3 hits, especially now that we have that 450% crit online. And Kuro, his job is so tough. This poor Oracle is just getting focused by this storm, by this PA so hard. And look at this immediately.
Oh, he's had to false promise himself. They wander out in the mid lane. Alliance is there ready to jump straight away. Kuro's going to get back up to the high ground. GH is dying outside of the base. RTW is able to jump away, but there's no false promise to protect him. If they get another stun on him, he's going to go down. Counterplay comes in as they push them back with the meatball. Mind controls in over towards Nico Baby. Nico Baby falling down low. He's going to go down. Nigma, they turn, they take down the PA, and now with GH snowball, they're over towards FNG. They're going to be able to catch the snapfire as well. See if they can control S4. S4 blocked in by the shards. Buyback coming out from Hansken in an attempt to get out and save S4, but they're in with the jump. The vessel's down. Another timber chain gets him away, but ILTW is going to continue to try and chase Hansken. He's going to have a stun to offer to try and hold them back. Burns the mana of mind control, but S4 still continue to get controlled. Lim comes in with a big zip of the snowball over from GH. They're in onto S4. They still can't quite kill him, but S4 still alive. They're in with the Walrus Punch. Finally, they'll bring down the Timbersaw.
Alliance doesn't respect the high ground. They walk up blindly into a stun, into meteor combo. And now Roche and the Ags is done for Miracle. And he's got max Exort. It's all coming together.
It really is. Just a push that was made a little too quickly there by Alliance. Nigma ready and waiting for the turn, and a fight where Chrono, it wasn't needed. It wasn't there. RTW's now got it back up. They're going to look for some sort of steal. Hanskin, can he come in time? He's going to head in, but the kill's already been taken. They get the edges on RTW. A lot of damage being done by the kisses, and Nigma are getting brought down low. Hanskin, can he finish anyone off? He can't. They'll lose the Nyx assassin. FNG's tried to step forward, but now Nigma's going to look to chase him down. The shards blocking him in. Nico Baby, he's jumping in aggressively, but the Chrono's up. RTW's able to catch the two of them as he takes down the Snapfire. They've got the lockdown, the follow-up Hoofstomp, and the snowball straight on to Nico Baby. Nico Baby pots the BKB, jumps over towards Miracle. ITW getting critted, but he's back up to full HP. The bashes come in. Nico Baby jumping to escape, but there's the chase from ILTW as Nico Baby falls. S4 and Lim, they've got to run. They're the last two left alive for Alliance. ILTW being forced forward here with the stampede. Lim, he's out of mana. He's running out of options to get away as ILTW is in with the follow-up on mind control. Triple kill for ILTW. S4, he's bringing mind control and GH down low. The time dilation comes out though. S4, he's not going to have too much more to throw out, and mind control trying to close the gap, but mind control just continuing to tease him. Give ILTW the time to bash into S4. S4 with the Essence Ring. He's tanky enough to get away. Nearly gets the Chakram control onto mind control.
Dancing.
They can't quite kill S4, but they kill everybody else. 4 of them dying on Alliance as Nigma straight out of the Roche pit. Yeah, Alliance, they just throw bodies at them. They try and get a fight going around the timing that Nigma kill off the Roshan. They can't quite do it.
No, and a clutch, cheese clutch Chrono coming into play perfectly, just because they didn't have in those last fights. As Nico Baby, now this third death, and ILTW is fully enabled. He's got so much gold now. He's almost got the MKB now to be able to fight versus that PA in most scenarios. So he might not even need the Invoker spells.
That's true.
But we do have them. Cataclysm fully at the ready. And FNG, he's also found.
starting to really crumble a little bit here for Alliance. We're seeing just a sort of hero after hero getting lost. They've got to sort of regroup, start to bring back some of the coordinated moves they had earlier in this game, they had in game one, as Nigma really starting to outplay them in these team fights.
Yeah, and the thing is that KuroKy keeps getting jumped, right? Like, they keep getting on this Oracle, but it doesn't matter. They end up having to use so much mana, they end up having to use majority of that BKB on the PA too in a lot of these instances, that Nigma, as a team overall, have somehow brought this one back.
A solid swing there, you can see 7.5k. Right back into the realms of Nigma, having the net worth lead.
And now it's just scary. Like, the fact that they can just get chronoed. Like, 20 seconds, Chrono's going to be back up. If they get like a 2 or 3 hero chrono, the fight's just over instantly. The Cataclysm's going to come in and erase some heroes. And yeah, the fights are just way harder now for Alliance. They still have to do the same type of style where they're jumping these backlines, but into Aegis now for 2 minutes, it's going to give Nigma a lot of time to get this farm and catch back up on all these scores as they've already done. Just get ahead on these scores even.
Just a few hundred gold for that MKB ILTW. Pushing onto the tier 2 already. 2 minutes of Aegis to play with. And Alliance almost certainly not going to want to take a fight around this tower. They'll let this one go. So Nigma back on track to taking objectives. Us Alliance are now having to be the team that sort of plays on the back foot and wait potentially for Nigma to make some sort of misplay. That's what RTW is. He's in and he's out. He's ready to play around now with the shard.
He didn't take the cooldown. He actually took the attack speed. I thought he would because he got the shard, but
yeah, I
it's
think
still so damn good.
Yeah, I think the attack speed is just more appealing here, I guess, because of the fact that the only other damage really coming in is the Invoker, right? So he knows that there's more emphasis on him to just be able to punch down these heroes and get the damage done in the Chrono.
And he's got double save, right? So he should be protected at some point by the Tusk or Oracle if they're not just straight gone on. Alliance, though, they're looking for the wrap-up. Yeah. Still a minute on the Aegis, though.
But it is a move that maybe Nigma won't quite expect. Alliance coming in at this sort of timing.
They're going to smoke themselves, though.
They've got the high ground here.
Hanskin, Nico Baby.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Tornado off the mark, but they're still in. He's going to have to put the BKB. GH comes in with a Warriors Punch. Nico Baby's going to try and turn, gets the jump over towards Miracle, but the false promise is there from Kuro. Chrono's down. They've got the 2 cores. They managed to trap the PA, trap the Storm, but they got the damage. RTW focusing down Nico Baby. He has. Takes down Nico Baby. Limp's getting low. Limp's got to use that last bit of mana to get away, and he will do so. Limp actually able to escape. Sunstrike comes down. Will bring him low, but Limp's still living for now. As they brought RTW down once. And if they can finish up Miracle this time, he's pretty speedy.
The dilation. That little dilation stops S4 spell from coming back.
They're on to ILTW. He's got another time walk. Alliance still continuing to chase. They have 5 versus the 4. Tornado holds back the 2 of them. ILTW continue to get focused and run down. Nico Baby starting to run out of mana, though. The EMP burning him low, so he's not going to have too much more to jump in with. And with that said and done, they'll get the rest of them out of there.
And that's Nico Baby's buyback without getting him almost anything. Actually, not getting anything. He gets GH, which is pretty much irrelevant. And now his complete buildup is just stopped. And now this Void has surpassed them completely. And a small little thing kind of changes things there. Hanskin whiffs the stun onto Miracle and then allows him to actually survive. He gets Fate's Edict. KuroKy actually covers him. He saves him, even though he's getting blasted by Mortimer Kisses in Chrono. All that magic damage negation. Just
an excellent Chrono from ILTW in a very chaotic position, right? Miracle's getting gone on, and bam, lays it down, trapping both Limp and Nico Baby for a good duration.
Yeah. And Limp tried to predict it too. He tried to like zip to the side as this was happening, but it caught him. And
they're in on
Cataclysm.
him. They're going to drop him, make sure they have that additional damage to bring him down low. He's trying to get away. He's not going to be able to do so. S4 down and out for a minute.
Alliance has lost their complete footing in the game, especially after that Nico Baby buyback. He has to be so careful to not get picked off, and yeah, they lost the entire map control now. As Nigma are able to hit hard even without Chrono in multiple different instances, and now they're just getting so many items. BKB finished on Invoker, so he's safe versus the Nyx. Now it's a really hard game for Alliance to bring back.
We'll see. So the difference in progression here between RTW and Nico Baby. Nico Baby, for the most part, he has been holding that lead these last few minutes. Nigma just being able to pick up the action, get ILTW into these scenarios where he is just nailing these Chrono placements. And
it all started off that high ground, just walking up into that high ground a bit blindly into a Meteor Deafening Blast combo. And then the chain kills just continued to happen as Nigma now just sticking together. They're not giving up any of these kills. Like, this Storm and this Nyx Assassin are not going to find any pickoffs. They're ensuring that they sit behind these big cores.
Definitely calming it down quite a bit here, Alliance.
His dilation has just been so problematic for them too. Is mind control?
It's a bit of a tease onto Nico Baby, maybe seeing if he can force a BKB out as such. As it is, Nico Baby very scared now. Having to jump back. Knows that one wrong move, if Nico Baby dies again whilst buyback's on cooldown, it will at least be potentially a set of racks taken away from them.
He's just going to be a full item behind now at this point because of that dieback, or just because of that buyback and not getting anything out of it. Like, he's got the Basher, which is great. If he had the Satanic, it would feel nice. But even then, like, ILTW is about to finish up Butterfly soon, so it's problematic for him to get these items out fast enough. Enigma, they're looking for the fight. If they catch the Chrono, it's the same thing. Like, Miracle's already got it prepped. He's got the Meteor and the Sunstrike at the ready.
Yeah, they're going to get the jump on him, S4. Then with the Cataclysm to scout out what's out behind him, and S4 just gets destroyed at the start of the fight. That's the Timber Saw gone.
And even FNG, very likely.
Yeah, they close the gap. Tornado buys time for Nigma to surround the Snapfire. As another kill for Miracle is picked up. And Alliance just...
And that's without Chrono.
Yeah,
that's just a Stomp and a Stampede. Like, that's the beauty of it. And the thing is, they use Cataclysm, but it was an Arcane Rune, so that's going to be back up pretty soon for the Chronosphere if it does come out. Yeah, Alliance just... They can't make anything. They can't make any move. Anywhere they show on the map, Nigma is at the ready to go for them. And they're not catching anybody anymore. Nigma's not splitting up.
A very tough spot for Alliance to get themselves out of now. As Nigma, yeah, ILTW and Miracle, you know, had a bit of a few deaths here and there in the early game, but his performance has risen straight back up to the caliber that Nigma fans would expect from him. As he's having a perfect game. These last few fights, execution, top tier, 12, 5, and 11.
And his supports, they've really saved the day. Like the Tusk, these little snowballs, these little saves from Kuroki's, it really has saved the day, as it was looking quite disastrous for the majority of that early game.
No, just full belief in their cause, Nigma, with this sort of lineup. You know, GH and Kuro knowing as long as they can save them and keep mainly Miracle and ILTW alive, these two heroes alone can essentially they can just carry the game straight out. A good Chrono and a combo in the late game from Miracle will set up every team fight for success if Alliance get caught by the jump.
Yeah, now it feels like Alliance now has to do what Nigma needed to do earlier. They need to actually just catch an isolated target and just start with a number advantage somehow. But it's just so tough when they have Kuroki with Blink Dagger, GH with Blink Dagger playing miles away from the team fight.
Yeah, Butterfly done on ILTW, and as you say, you know.
S4? Whoa.
He's coming in onto the high ground. He's going to have to back up on the way over, but he's already very, very low.
Oh, the reflected Lotus.
He's going to dodge some of the Cataclysm. S4 actually still alive. Mind Control's going to run him down with the Stampede, and they will finally bring him down. GH also going out. He's going to buy back straight away. They're going to continue to try and chase on forward Nigma, but Alliance doing a good job of disengaging with their cores. FNG will get left behind in the river. The rest of Alliance are out of there.
Not a bad hit. That was the reveal of the BKB from Miracle that they forced. So they do know now it's down to that 8 seconds. But Roche, it's up. And they don't have Timber.
Oh, this is, yeah.
It's a freebie.
Can they try for any sort of steal? I don't think so. Limp's completely out of mana. He's got to go all the way back to the fountain to refuel.
Dead too fast.
And yeah, it really is just gone in a matter of seconds.
And who's taking the eggs? Who's taking the blessing? Mind Control has it in his inventory.
He does.
He's just chilling with it.
I surely just want to give it to the Void, don't you?
He might feel like Stampede is value. But yeah, I would argue that the Void one would be nice. The Oracle one is actually sick too. Is he actually going to give it to him? He's thinking about it. Nah, he took it.
He takes it himself. All right.
It's gotten buffed.
Okay. Okay.
So why not?
And so that reduced out is going to be nice against these heroes, you know, like the PA. That for Nico Baby, it's all about what he can do during the BKB. So if the team stampeded for a good portion of the commitment from Nico Baby with the BKB, the fights are suddenly going to get so much harder.
It got buffed by a full second.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty much the entire BKB duration.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they get the jump on Miracle, but there's the save.
Miracle.
Kuro's in with the jump. False Promise comes out. Miracle ready to turn. Then with the punch up onto Limp. Cataclysm coming down. Limp's able to ball lightning out to the side. Hanskin's falling low. S4's having a run as Hanskin will get nuked down by the Purifying Flames. S4 also to fall as RTW bashes him out of the game. And RTW is not done. Jumping up to the high ground, chasing down FNG. There'll be a buyback from Hanskin, but FNG's gone. 2 heroes down on Alliance. No buyback for a minute on both of them.
It's full retreat from Alliance. There's nothing they can do about these big cores now. The Centaur, a bit too tanky. ILTW just leading the charge. He's not invulnerable with this backtrack as well.
Level 25. He is huge. Alliance, they had a solid early game, but yeah, after that one move, it just fell apart completely. Nigma just took full control, and their lineup just really come together. They seem so comfortable with this sort of setup, these sort of saves around RTW and Miracle, that it's just, you can almost feel it in the last half of this game. Alliance, they just don't know what sort of move to make.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's been like what, since like that 26 or so minute mark. It's just
what
been
can
Nigma
they do?
just stopping the fights, and they just can't do anything. Like Hanskin is scouting the back lines. They're knowing which heroes to jump, but they can't actually finish them off. At this point now, Nigma's just too farmed. They couldn't let Nigma get to this point in the game. They needed to close it out.
Once the melee rack's gone, nothing that can be done by Alliance. Hanskin. Oh, he's gonna go for a poke on Nico, baby. Oh, sorry, on ILTW.
He's got the Aegis, LTW. He's got most of his mana burned out now.
Well, on LTW, he's happy to fight. He's got an Aegis, he's got a cheese. He's like, come at me.
He's moving he's shifting that inventory.
He's more than happy. He could probably take them all on right now. He's feeling very strong. Just keeping all the lanes pushed in. 27k lead, refresher orb done now on Miracle. The combos aplenty are already.
Here comes the big boom. Double BKBs as well. He's just so protected as they find Hanskin. They have a sentry in the area. They'll get a free kill. Well, at least we'll get to see a pretty light show, hopefully, as if a big chrono does come down, as Nigma have completely controlled this one now.
We want to see the double cataclysms.
Yeah, let's get it.
We want to see the combos. I mean, Alliance. Oh, they get the jump. Can they take him down once? Oh, they can. I believe that was sort of the range bash from the dagger there, setting him up to stop him from being able to jump away. So that's the Aegis gone. That's the start for Alliance.
GH.
I got the jump in on him. Oh, Chrono's down. There's the cataclysm, the double cataclysm coming out. They don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance as Nico Baby and FNG just get blown up by the combo. And GG. There it is. GG is called. We got a bit of double cataclysm to close the game up. As Nigma will take this game 2, we are going to be going to a game 3.
Good. I think it's appropriate after this. I think Alliance, they played this, like the first 20 minutes, honestly, like